This is a typical Maharashtrian fast food, like we have momos in Darjeeling. This will be one of the best snacks. The new version. It has a very unique flavor. I cannot really explain the taste. You have to make it yourself, and it's easy to prepare. Within 1 hour you can prepare this and enjoy. This magazine's been here at home for the last 3-4 years, unnoticed. As I flipped through the pages, I found some interesting recipes in it. One of them is this mini VADA PAV bites. I found this recipe with simple ingredients, so I'd like to give it a try, but with a slight twist. Instead of mint leaves here, I'll use some dried curry leaves which I have in store. And another important thing, chutney is missing here. I'll prepare an extra sauce. Oh yes, another interesting idea here. I see here, instead of using regular pav, this recipe calls for the regular sliced bread and deep fried. Okay, I'll try this one too, and let's check the taste. And I'll just twist and add some ingredients in it to give a roadside fast food effect. So you are watching Simply Vegetarian from Anjita's Kitchen Corner, and in this video I'm sharing with you 3 different recipes that complement each other. So let's begin. So I'll quickly prepare a simple thecha. I'll use this food processor. If you have a traditional stone grinder or a metal grinder, you can use that. And this is a handful of green peppers, spicy green chilies. I'm adding all of these. I'll not make a fine paste, I'll roughly grind them. The main ingredients are spicy green chilies, garlic and salt, and roasted in oil. But I'm also using some chopped ginger, less than the chili and the garlic. Then I have this garlic paste which is about to finish, so I'll be using this, or you can use whole fresh garlic instead of this. So a tablespoon. Also have some dried curry leaves ground in a pot. If you have fresh curry leaves, use that. Otherwise, curry leaves are optional. These add fragrance and taste. You can add coriander leaves as well. And some salt as per taste. I'm adding a teaspoon of it. So that's all. Now I'll grind them roughly. It should be ready within a minute, because we are not grinding into a paste. And you have to be extra careful while opening the lid, as it emits a very spicy, powerful smell or gas. Seems like this is done. The traditional way is to press, beat and grind with a stone. Transferring into another bowl, and I'll use how much I require, because this thecha I can store in the fridge for around 7 to 8 days, for a week, and use this in other recipes as well. Now second step for this thecha, put on the heat and place a pan or karai on medium. I'll add around 2 tablespoonfuls oil. There are different ways of preparing thecha. Usually the green peppers and the garlic are fried with the oil and then grinded, but we can do it this way also. First grind the ingredients and then roast in the oil. So the oil has to be well heated, as I'm making a very simple thecha, so I'm not going to add any masalas in it. In the oil I'm adding directly around half a teaspoon of this turmeric. If you add turmeric in hot oil, it gives out better color, but do not let that burn. And then add the green chili. While working with this, you can wear a mask. It's better if you wear a mask, because you are working with the chili, spicy chili, hot chili. I'll roast this for 2 to 3 minutes, and then it's done. The flame is on medium. Continuously stirring after 2-3 minutes. This is well roasted, so I'll put up the heat and transfer this thecha, and the thecha is done. This will be one of the masalas for vada pav. Let this cool down. I'll not be using all of this. This is very spicy. And finally tadka with some lime juice for that tangy flavor. Mix this well and keep aside. This is my simple thecha ready. Now this will be my second quick recipe, yogurt mint sauce. And this one also I'll keep it simple, adding around 6 small green peppers, Just spread them. The sauce which goes with any fast food or even chapati or paratha, sandwich. And this, I've taken a bunch of fresh green mint. I'm adding them all. Then I'll add yogurt, fresh yogurt. Now salt, we can add regular white salt, but here I'll be using this black salt. 1 teaspoon, and that's all. First let me grind this. This sauce I'll grind into a fine paste. Instead of plain white salt, regular salt, you can add sea salt, or if you prefer black salt, you can use black salt. The sauce is almost done. Let me taste and let me check the thickness. I'll add some more yogurt in it. It's better if used a thick yogurt. That's all. This yogurt is 500 grams, half a kilo, and I used around 300 grams. This yogurt mint sauce is ready. I'll transfer this in a jar because all this will not be used at once. I can have them as a dip, and this makes a very delicious sauce. This can also be called Padina chutney with dahi. So this chutney is also ready. The green mint sauce, yogurt mint sauce, and this goes well with any type of fast foods. Even you can have with rice during meal times, chapati and parathas. It helps in digestion. So my second recipe is also ready. Now the final one. As for the vada, or you can call this potato fritters, or in typical Maharashtrian it's called patata. I've taken here 3 small potatoes. It's not even of medium size. You can crush them roughly with your fingers or with a fork. And this will be a simple vada. No complications. No other spices added. Only the thecha I just made before. And that's spicy enough. It's better to mix with the hands. I just wanted to check the quantity of this potato. Add thecha here. So it depends upon how spicy, hot and spicy you require. So first I'll add just a tablespoon. 1, 2. Now I'll mix them with my hands, with my fingers. Do not mash the potatoes completely. Keep some lumps. Crush the bigger ones and keep small lumps. You can add chopped onion if you prefer. No need to add salt because there's enough salt in thecha. Now I'll just roll them into balls and keep aside, and then I'll prepare a batter. Gram flour batter, besan batter. It's a mini vada, so I'll keep this a bit smaller. Let me see how many it makes. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. It has a spicy, hot and tangy taste. This will taste like a simple homemade vada. If you're preparing for 2, you can use just 2 or 3 potatoes, small potatoes. I'll make 8 pieces and the rest I'll keep. I'll keep this in the freezer and use this for sandwich next day, because I've bought a lot of bread which the 2 of us will not be able to finish. Vada is ready within 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you can see. Now before I prepare batter and start frying, I have these bread. This is the regular white bread, sliced bread, and this is the pav bread. So I'll fry by frying the bread and the regular plain one using pav bread. So this is square in size. I just give a round shape. I'll cut 4 of them first. These I'm gonna fry. I'll deep fry the bread and vada. So I'm using this canola oil. You can use any flavorless sunflower oil will do. The oil seems well heated, and I've kept a paper napkin ready on one side. After frying the bread, I'll keep on the paper to degrease them. Flame has to be medium to low. Okay, let's start. I'll fry them until golden brown. The outer portion will be a bit crispy, but inside it should be soft. So it's almost done. I'll remove them. It's nice and golden. I'll place this upon this paper napkin to soak any excess oil. So these 4 are ready, and I'll keep this aside and work with the batter first. Now, batter for vada, I've taken a bowl here, ground flour, 3 tablespoons, then salt. Salt I'll just add a pinch. You can add as per your taste. Then I'll add here some hing, or it's also called a saffotida. I'll add just a pinch for that extra taste. And this is bicarbonate soda, around 3/4 of a teaspoon. And water I'll add slowly. You can use your hand, again fingers, to make this batter. I'll use this hand whisk. Slowly you need to add water, because this flour, this ground flour, it has to be the right consistency. I'll make the batter thin, too thin either, just to coat the vadas, and not too thick either. I'll work with the fingers again. With a clean hand you can work easily, and you'll get to know the consistency. Break any lumps you find in between. So my batter is done. Now let me first wash my hands. And the water in this batter I used was around 50 to 60 ml, not much, because it also depends upon the type of flour, the ground flour you are using. Some ground flour are very fine and thin, and that requires less water, whereas this one is a bit coarse. The oil is well heated here. The same oil I fried the bread. So this was my batter, and taking one vada at a time, just roll in the batter swiftly and then place it in the oil carefully. And do not start touching them with the frying ladle. As soon as you place the vadas in the oil, they easily tend to break, and it will spoil the oil. Deep fry them for 2 minutes and it's done. If you want more dark brown in color, then fry for 3 minutes, or else in 2 minutes it's done, because the potatoes are, everything is cooked inside the masala. Seems like they're done. I'll put off the stove, and these are my vadas ready. So let me serve myself. First I'll take the fried bread, and on this I want to add some, this is tomato sauce. It's chatpata tomato sauce, and one vada upon this. Just crush it slightly, and on top of this another bread, and on this I'll pour this green chutney. Now eat the other one as well. So this is the pav. Slightly divide, some sauce in it, some green sauce in it, and then the vada. The vada I'm going to just squeeze with my hand a bit and then place it at the middle. So this is it. Now upon this we can sprinkle some, this is dry roasted and grounded cumin powder. So I just sprinkle some cumin powder upon this, and not upon this but just on this one. And this one you can have it as it is, but if you like you can keep some extra sauce at the side. Serve some more this yogurt mint sauce on one side. So this is it. So now it's time to taste, and this one is the regular vada, but I want to taste the new version with fried bread and fried vada. So it's crispy, it's tasty. Now let me taste the other one. First I'll just taste the vada in it, a small portion. This must taste like the authentic, the traditional vada, the one that you can easily prepare at home, and you have to eat this hot. This will be one of the best snacks. I love this fried one more than the plain vada, but it's not so healthy. You can treat yourself and your guests sometimes with this type, or you can prepare both and enjoy. I haven't been to Maharashtra, but I have watched lots of videos, the food vloggers. They never miss the vada pav vendors, the stalls, and I saw that they have modified this vada pav recipe with different flavors, with cheese, lots of butter in it, so you can serve as you prefer. You can enjoy this at your 4 o'clock tea time, but this will be my dinner, so enjoy.